Should you ever meet your narcissistic ex for one last conversation? Shouldn't you do that? Is there any benefit in meeting them up for one last closure conversation and whatnot? That's what we're talking about today. If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I have a very unique perspective on the topic, and I'm giving it to you today. That's what we're doing today, giving it directly to you from the source, from the narcissist's mouth. But seriously, y'all, let's hop right into it. I run a support group called the Mental Healers. Y'all can find more information about that in my website, mentalhealness.net. But I've been running it for a little over a year now. And a couple of my members last night said, Lee, I met up with my narcissistic ex one last time, and this is how it went. And I was just like, you just inspired the video. That's what we're talking about today. Like, literally, is there any benefit in meeting them one last time and breaking your no contact to meet them one last time, to sit down and have this closure conversation with this person that has hurt you, lied to you, cheated on you, put your life in danger, put your kids' lives in danger, stole from you, being addicted, whatever the case may be. They did a number on your life. They made your life harder by being a part of it. And let me be real. There's a couple of different ways that this could go. A few different ways that having one last conversation with a narcissist can go. So for me, my own personal perspective, I would suggest against having this final conversation. I would say don't do it. Seriously, I would say do not do it. And the main reason that I would say don't do it is because it's your safety. It's literally the most dangerous time in a relationship with a narcissistic person, toxic person, dangerous person, right? The most dangerous time is when you're leaving, because sometimes they will try to harm you, especially if you've moved away and they don't know where you are. They have no way of finding you. And then you meet up with them for one last conversation. Yo, that could be the last time anybody sees you. I know a lot of y'all like those crime documentaries. You hear this all the time in a crime documentary. They met up for one last day. They had escaped the relationship and they met up one last time, one last final closure conversation. And that was the last time they were ever seen. Yeah. I see too much of that happening in these documentaries. So I would suggest against it. I'm against it. I'm adamantly against it. I really am. So that's why I tell so many people, like, you have to be, like, in these situations right here, you have to be safe. It's always safety first. I know your heart be beating. I know your heart wants answers. Your mind wants answers. Everything wants answers. But understand that this person can't give you the answers. They can't. Especially if this last meeting is the suggestion of the narcissist, most times they are not trying to have any type of closure with you. They're trying to open it back up. They're just looking to try to hope to see you face to face so they can cry. You can see the snot rolling from their eyes, the eye boogers. I haven't wrinkles around the eye. I haven't slept in 7 days since we last saw each other. I can't sleep at night. That's why I can't look at you. Come on now. And does this work? Do a lot of people who intend on having one final conversation end up back in a relationship? Yes, because the feelings are still there. The feelings have not disappeared. The feelings, you might not feel the same way. You might just think that you're over it, but the feelings are lying dormant. The feelings are lying dormant. It's like your feelings are buried in the pet cemetery. They're coming back. They're going to come back alive. And when they come back alive, what are you going to do then? Seriously, when the feelings come back alive, what are you going to do then? That's what I'm just asking you right now. Like, so in these situations right here, this is the type of stuff that is going to continuously happen. Like, one last conversation with a narcissist could be the last conversation you have with anybody, with anyone. Seriously. That's why I'm an advocate of staying away from this person. You're not with them for a reason. One of the best ways to heal from a narcissist is understanding that you can't get the answers from this person. It's being okay with not having all the answers. Okay with walking towards freedom, walking towards a better life, right? Okay with it. You have to be okay with it. Seriously. because these are going to be the elements of your life that help you out so much to survive and to keep moving forward. So I am a huge proponent of not meeting this person one last time. Especially if you have nothing tied to them, You don't have kids. You don't have anything tied to this person. It's just your heart or your mind or just the quest for answers. I'm just a huge advocate of just don't do it. It's like anti-Nike, right? You know how Nike says, just do it? I'm saying anti-Nike. My swoosh is backwards. Don't do it. Just don't do it. No, you don't need to meet this person one last time, right? You don't. Because it can, like I said, it can go so many different ways. I think so many people have this image in their head that this one last conversation, you're gonna get all the answers. You're gonna get the vent. You're gonna finally feel heard. You're gonna get all the answers to your questions, and you're not gonna get pulled back into it. And then y'all, after you sip that last little bit of kombucha, y'all both hop on your horse. Y'all hug and cry one last time. I'm gonna miss you so much. We had a good time, right? Good ride. Y'all both hop on you hop in your horse and buggy. They hop in their horse and buggy. Y'all look one last look. Yeah. And y'all just ride away. That's not going to happen. I promise you, it does not end that way. But this is what ends up happening. I'll say this right here. Even though I'm an advocate of not meeting this person, I'm suggesting don't do it. There are some people that I do talk to that are just not in my group that I do one-on-one coaching calls with, also at mentalhealness.net, that say, Lee, I had one final conversation with them and I knew I shouldn't have. And it actually answered some of the questions I did have because they didn't answer the questions. Like what I just said is true. Like you go have this final conversation with them, expecting to get answers to their questions, expecting to get answers or some type of apology or something like that. And they just keep lying to you. They just keep lying. They keep putting it onto you. They try to make it seem like their lives are so much better without you, trying to entice you to come back to them, right? Instead of getting answers, like the direct answers you were looking for, you get the indirect answers. You get the direct answer, the indirect answer that this person has not changed, that this is still the same person that I decided to leave, that this is still the same person that I broke up with. They're incapable of changing. They're incapable of taking accountability. They sat right here at this final conversation and lied their asses off to me. They would not stop lying. They still kept lying to me. They looked me directly in my face and continued to lie to me. Like literally look me directly in my face and absolutely continue to lie to me about everything. I asked them to come clean and tell me the truth about what they have done, and they still obfuscated, Lee. They still told me that I was wrong. They still tried to gaslight me. I could tell that this was the same person, and with them lying to me this one last time, it actually helped set me free. That's what I heard, right? And again, I'm not telling you to do this because you could not. Look, they made it out safely. Lee, they kept lying to me, and those lies helped me heal. Because I realized that they would not change. I kept telling myself the story in my head that they could change, that they might want to change, or that maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was too harsh in leaving them. But when the fact that they kept lying to me and they told me that they would be honest and open, just showed me that it set me free. They made it out with their lives. They are lucky. They made it out not in their relationship. They are some of the lucky ones. Not everybody who goes and have these conversations, because you go sit down with a narcissist one last time, and then like you go sit down with them one last time and then they still lie to you and the lies don't work and they get angry and they lose their minds and they start hitting you, especially if y'all not in public, especially if this one last meeting is at one of y'all's houses. You're not at a public place. Hell, yeah. If you feel the need, sidebar, come over here real quick. If you feel the need to sit down with this person one-on-one, right? You sit down face to face with this person. Don't do it, y'all. If you're not gonna listen to me, don't do it in the privacy of your own home. Don't go over there thinking maybe we could sleep together one last time. Because I'm not getting it from anybody else. There are people I talk to that end up with babies from that, or an STD from one last cheek clapping session. You end up with an STD because you didn't have the discipline to say no, to leave the person alone. You see, this is why, and they'll lie to you. They'll look you directly in your face and lie to you. I haven't been with anybody else in the last 7 months since we broke up. Yo, They were cheating on you. They couldn't not be with anybody else when y'all were together. Now they abstinent. Come on, please. 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 We got... I just carry you. I'm just tired of seeing these. I get frazzled sometimes. I get tired of seeing some of these narcissistic people winning because we lack discipline. They only win when you don't have discipline. You don't have the discipline to say, no, I don't want to meet one last time. No, I'm not picking the phone up. No, I can't block you. No, you see what I'm saying? They can only win. They only have the power that you give them. And that's the truth right there. They only have the power that is bestowed upon them by you. They have nothing else. You are in control. You have the power. You absolutely do. Regardless of what you think, regardless of how you feel right now, you have the power. You do. Now run with it. Run, young buck. Run, young free, and be free. I don't think that there's a benefit in meeting them one last time. Although, like I said, some people have had the benefit of still being lied to and still being manipulated and still going back into the relationship and them not changing, and that finally set them free. But you waste time doing that. That's a waste of time. I know some people everybody has not reached their breaking the shelf moment. And what I mean by breaking the shelf moment is that not everybody hasn't had enough damage done to them to finally leave. And sometimes going back and have that final conversation might be the final damage, might be the final straw. Because I'm just telling you, you might not make it out there with your life. That's why you have to be so careful. You have to be so safe. And I want y'all to win. They only win when you don't have discipline. They only win when you don't have that self-love. They only win when you are mean to yourself. When you're not kind to yourself. When you beat yourself up. That's the only time they win. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for riding with me to the end of this video. Again, my coaching and my courses, all the time, my support group, everything can be found at mentalhealness.net. You can find the description, but find the link in the description or everywhere. Hit the subscribe button, y'all. We're so close to 500K. So close. I'm hoping to hit 500K on YouTube before I hit it on Facebook, but Facebook growing quick. Anyways, y'all, Mental Healness is out. Peace.